There can be more to a clear soup than just noodles, veggies and meat. In this video I will share with you how the Germans make their clear soups taste incredibly well with those homemade dumplings. I'm gonna start this video with meat dumplings, and the first ones that I'm gonna mention are the Brätklösschen, so dumplings made of bread, which is a sausage meat. To make those I used pork bratwurst, but you can also take a veal one, and then I mixed it with breadcrumbs and fresh parsley. All of the German and Austrian soup dumplings are spiced with salt, pepper and nutmeg, so don't forget those. And the last thing that you need to add to this dumpling is the eggs, because those obviously hold them together. And then you mix all of this very well. The best way is to use hands. The mixture should have pretty thick consistency. If it's too sticky, you can form the dumplings with wet hands. German soup dumplings are usually made with 1 teaspoon of mixture, so they're pretty small. I cook my dumplings always in the salty water instead of broth, and then I serve them with a hot broth. The next dumplings that we will be talking about are the Leberknödel, so the liver dumplings. I have actually lost the footage how I made them, so you need to trust me that there is some ground liver, ground pork belly, fried onions, old bread roll soaked in milk, also breadcrumbs, parsley, marjoram, salt, pepper and nutmeg. To make those I used beef liver because this is the liver that I could find, but you can also use the pork one. Those dumplings are a little bit bigger than the usual German dumplings, and those are made with 1 tablespoon of mixture. Like previously, I simmer those dumplings for around 10 minutes in the salty water, and then I serve them in the soup with all the dumplings. Or in Hesse, we also have a traditional dish that we serve those with bacon sauce, mashed potatoes and sauerkraut. The next dumplings that I will be talking about have a different shape, and those come from Austria and are called Butternockerl. Those have a very delicate taste, especially comparing to liver and sausage meat dumplings. And those are made with a good amount of butter, egg yolk, also nutmeg, of course. And then I mix this using whisk. And after this, I added plain flour and mix it with a butter and egg mixture. In the separate bowl, I put the egg white, and then I also whipped it using a whisk. I whipped the egg white until stiff, and then I mixed it with a butter and egg yolk mixture and mixed it all very well. To make Nocken, you need 2 tablespoons. To create this kind of shape, I don't know what's the name of it. I would appreciate if you help me. For somebody who doesn't make them on the regular basis, it's actually pretty difficult to shape it. The dough is also not that thick. They weren't the prettiest ones, but they did taste very well. In Germany, on the other hand, we prepare our butter soup dumplings differently. So we are using actually not a plain flour, we are using the breadcrumbs as a base, then obviously salt and nutmeg. Then we used melted butter, we mix it, and then we add eggs. Oops, happens even to the best ones. I'm joking, I'm not the best and I'm very clumsy when cooking. Then I mix those very well and let the mixture rest for around 10 minutes. In this 10 minutes time, the breadcrumbs soak a bit of the mixture and the mixture becomes thicker. In this case, I use 1 teaspoon of the mixture, and first I divide the dough and then I make the dumplings because it's quicker that way. Also, those dumplings are simmered in the salty water. The next dumplings I will be talking about are the Brätklösschen, and this can be translated to bone marrow dumplings. So I take the bone marrow and I whipped it so it becomes nice and creamy. Then I add a bread roll that I previously soaked in water. I also add a good amount of breadcrumbs, parsley, and obviously salt, pepper and nutmeg. The last step it would be to add the egg and then mix it all together. I am making those dumplings also with 1 teaspoon of mixture. And after those are made, I cook it in the salty water. Bone marrow dumplings are actually one of my favorite ones and are such a staple in the German cuisine. And now I'm gonna show you the Molina dumplings, so Brätklösschen. To prepare those wonderful dumplings, you're gonna need to mix the breadcrumbs with salt and nutmeg, of course. In a separate container, you're gonna whisk some butter, and as soon as this is done, you're gonna add little by little whisked egg. As soon as the mixture is smooth, you combine those two mixtures together and shape the dumpling either using 2 teaspoons or a hand and a teaspoon. The dumplings will get bigger in the water. Broth can also be served with German dumplings that are called Maultaschen, and those are filled with a sausage meat, so the bread, that is mixed with spinach, egg, onions and some spices. I actually never tried making them, but maybe for one video I will. At this point I also wanted to tell you very quickly that a clear broth can also be served with other things. Very popular are, for example, the egg noodles with some carrots and other vegetables. In Baden-Württemberg, they like eating their clear soup with just a pancake that is cut into thin stripes, much thinner than those ones that I have cut it. In the same state, they actually got a soup called Gaisburger Marsch, and this is a beef broth that is served with potatoes and spätzle. The options for the clear soup are actually endless. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you did like it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for future videos like this. Do you actually like broth? Please let me know in the comments down below how you like to eat your clear soup. As the cold season is approaching, you might want to check out my video about the German stews. There's nothing better than a hot soup during the autumn and winter time. And if you want to know a little bit about the German dumplings, there is also a video for you on this YouTube channel. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye!